Complementarity, it means the notion of equal worth but different roles for the sexes is an essential and foundational part of God's design of marriage. Taken from the book from Andrea Kostenberger. So in other words, complementarity means husband and wife are of equal worth before God, the both sexes. And they are essential and foundation part of God's design of marriage. Okay? Same worth, but different roles. That's a very important thing. So husband and wife have equal worth, same before God, but two different roles. Different roles, same worth. So it's a bit like Trinity. God the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. There's co-equal, but different roles. God the Father does different things from God the Son, Jesus Christ, and God the Holy Spirit, God the Holy Spirit, but they are co-equal. Same thing. I think that concept has been imparted to husband and wife in the design of the concept of marriage. When God brought Eve to Adam, so God even said that, so therefore a man shall leave his father and mother and connect or join up or cleave to his wife and become one flesh. So that is a concept. Okay, let me just read to you some of the other concepts which I love very much. I like the way he designed it. Examples of distortion of the Creator's design of gender roles even after the fall. The Old Testament repeatedly confirms the fact that husband and wives is seen in a number of different spheres. Legal parity in regard to parental obedience, economic privileges that allow for daughters and wives to inherit property. There's Numbers 27, 36, Proverbs 31, and liberty for both sexes to have personal spiritual encounters, Judges 13, 2-25, experience answered prayer, 1 Samuel 1, 9-20, engage in public worship, Nehemiah 8:2, and perhaps even to participate in the prophetic office, Exodus 15:20, Judges 4, etc. Now, at the same time, the Lord's design for marriage in the Old Testament includes important functional differences for the sexes as well. That's what I want to emphasize on in this short talk, is that the functional differences or different roles of functional differences. What are they? Example, in addition to the Lord's specific confirmation of Adam's headship after the fall, Genesis 3:16, complementary gender roles as established at creation are evident in the Old Testament narratives recounting the marriages of the patriarchs. Example, Abraham, Genesis 18:12, where Sarah calls Abraham my master. Compare that with 1 Peter 3, verse 5-6, and godly kings of Israel. Example, David in 1 Samuel 25, 1 Kings 1. King Lemuel's description of a virtuous wife as an industrious homemaker under her husband's authority, Proverbs 31, also reflects a complementary pattern instituted in Genesis 2. So as with other components of God's design for marriage, then it is clear the history of Israel did not alter the Lord's plan for these institutions. Again, let me summarize it. Complementarity means husband and wife are equal worth before God, but different roles. Okay, and leadership is the man, woman is the companionship support in the functionality in the like God. God called Adam and Eve, both of them. God did not just call Adam. God called Adam and Eve, be fruitful and multiply and rule over the earth, have dominion. That dominion is not only exercised by the man alone, but with man and woman together. But leadership is Adam, is the man. So complementarity, so that we can avoid and fight against any dilution of gender distinctions, which is the real problem that we face today now. The world today is trying to dilute gender distinctions, as you know, all over the place. So we got to look at the Bible. What does the Bible say about all this? And that's precious.